Damn. Y'all in here. What up, KHAZARIA? Brandon Terry. What's cracking? Shawnee. Daniel Gates. Chaz McFly. Spread well. What's cracking? Damn, y'all in here quick. What's pop logging? What is crackling, y'all? Y'all the only ones I see so far. Man, who else we got? Joliver, some chick named Star, King Tony, Elijah Bay, Brian Rich, Emmanuel Townsend, Scotty Saturn, what up, Mel, Invador Zen, Bar Heavy J, Summer Breeze, Hood Politics Entertainment, Sekhmet Unk, Mrs. B, what's cracking? DJ Sherm, got Dwayne Hicks, Mindset, Aaron Wilson, Main A, Lance Ward. What's that? Lakey the Kid? I think that's it. Lakey the Kid, Immortal 9, Mr. Maisie, Mrs. Cherry, or Miss Cherry. Chinzira Anubis, what up, Corey? Roger G, Brian Bennett, Neon Black, Nadine Figueroa Bay, what up? More L Bay, Jolliver 1999, DJ Bob, Bruce Lee, what's up? Hetty Nefru, Mr. Maisie, I got you. Humble King 44, what's cracking? MD Marksmanship, Moon X Sunny, was it Bahaman? Was it Bahaman 1964? What up? Wayne Wallace, Melanated Brown, Reed James, what's cracking? Queen Hall. It's that truth be told by the king. That's what's up. True Moore. Faraya L. Karen Willie, man. Oh, man, there's a bunch of y'all in here now. What's up, people? Happy Saturn's Day to you. Happy Saturn's Day. As usual, we got a bunch to talk about. We got a whole bunch to go over. Because the world is tripping. The world is tripping right now, y'all. What the hell? What the hell we's gonna do? The world is tripping. Anybody ordered the packages, your packages should be gone. I got somebody said that you hit me up and said your package didn't get the tracking number. The tracking number should automatically be sent. Hit me up again. Can you send me the email again? It was one person. I think they said they didn't get the tracking number. Please hit me up again because it could be held up or sometimes they get stolen. So hit me up and we'll figure it out. And if it is stolen, I will send you another one. But appreciate you. So again, everybody who wants to get the package, make sure you go to realnuggets.com and get the Great Book of Melanin Research. And so for this weekend only, this is a weekend special only. And I only mean weekend. I mean at 12:01 a.m. Monday morning is over. If you get the Great Book of Melanin Research, that's today or tomorrow. So you better get in there. I will give you all the decks of flashcards. That's all 5. Police Stop flashcards 1 and 2. Law and Government flashcards 1 and 2. Oops. 1 and 2. And you will get the Supreme Court Police Stop court decisions. That goes along with the Police Stop flashcards. So you'll know where those rulings came from. So again, only the weekend special only at 12:01 a.m. Monday is over. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this in the past tomorrow. All right. So again, you get all 5 decks of cards if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. Plus, you get the whole Police Stop Law package. You get the whole Police Stop Law package as well. That's the Know Your Rights manual. Everything you need to know about police stops, traffic and Terry stops, which are police stops on foot. and also the bond book, so you know how to go get back at the police when they violate your constitutional rights. You got to know how to get back at them, or they'll keep smashing on you if you don't make them pay. So make them pay. So you get all of that. That includes the packages in the car packages. That's the constitutional rights card, the qualified immunity card. You get all of that. And I'm going to throw in the 5 decks of flashcards only for the weekend. That's the weekend special. Just popped up to me today, so I'm going to do that for the weekend, and that's it. All right, people. Also, if you want to join the Know Your Rights Foundation Academy as a volunteer, that's what it is now. We call it the KYRF Academy. Make sure you go to kyrf.org and sign up as a volunteer. Make sure you get you one of these beautiful certifications from Know Your Rights Foundation in basic police stop law, so that you can go out to the community and teach your peoples, teach your family members. Everybody needs to know this. This is where we're moving in the future. If you don't know what's going on, you see everything going on around, especially when they start hiring these immigrants as police officers. We're going to talk, excuse me, we're going to talk about that today. They're going to start hiring these immigrants as police officers. So they don't give a shit about your rights. They coming over here, they just trying to get a check. So when they start putting these immigrants in there and they have the perceived police power that they've been seeing on TV the whole time, what you gonna do when somebody from a Haitian officer, freeze my brother, please, I don't care about your rights. What you gonna do when that Haitian niggas start slapping you up? You better get your ass in there and learn these constitutional rights. So Know Your Rights Foundation, that's kyrf.org. Again, kyrf.org. Fill out the application to be a volunteer. We'll send you back a questionnaire just so we get to know who you are. And once you get that questionnaire, make sure you send it back and we'll set up the interview for you. All right. So, and please make sure you send back the questionnaire. That's very important. A lot of you just doing the first thing, filling it, going to the website, filling out the website part and not going to the questionnaire. We need to know who the hell we dealing with. We don't just let everybody in Know Your Rights Foundation. We need to know if you crazy. We need to know if you crazy or not. So make sure we kind of joking, but make sure you get over there and fill out the questionnaire so we can get familiar with you, and then we give you the interview. Boom. Make sure you get that right there. All right, people. Oh, also Patreon, people who want asking me to sign up for the status classes. We're gonna talk about why you changing your status is really important. It's really, really, really important at this time. And a great remedy on how you can get back at judges when you change your status. You can get back at judges in a regular capacity too, because they all have bonds that we teach you at Know Your Rights Foundation. But there's really something on how you get back at a judge if you change your status. So if you want to do that, make sure you get on to patreon.com/realnoggins, and I'll teach you how to contract with the corporate government, how to have one foot in the system, one foot out, so that you can move properly without being stopped and encumbered, handling your business. So, and then if you want, excuse me, if you just want to sign up for the Know Your Rights Foundation, because again, that's only status. We don't combine, we don't cross the streams, as they said in Ghostbusters. Don't cross the streams. So we keep status law over here, Know Your Rights Foundation over here. We don't combine them but you need both. You need both of them. So, but the police stop law is the most important thing, or the most pertinent thing you need to know right now. Status law is for the future. All right. So just get over to patreon.com/realnoggins and sign up. And if you sign up to the highest level, I will give you the paperwork for free. All right. Once you're able to explain it. Make sure I say that. People hit me up, man, I signed up. Where the paperwork at? No, you have to study, because the classes are all on the Patreon. They're all pre-recorded, so you can go study at your own leisure. Then you have to be able to explain the paperwork, and then I give it to you. All right, so appreciate that. And also Cash App. Thank you, people who hit me up on the Cash App during the week. I appreciate you guys on the Cash App side of the game. That's Real Naggas 9 on Cash App. Appreciate that. And make sure y'all go support the homie Timmy Tight Top at Weed Juice right here. Boom, tell you about we was at Comic-Con last week. I didn't see nobody. Nobody saw me at Comic-Con. Nobody rolled out there to meet me at Comic-Con. Me and Timmy Tight Top, but we had a good time. So this right here, this is the ABC cleanser. This is apple, kale, celery, cucumber, and beets. Right there. Make sure you stay close to the bathroom. Just saying. Just make sure you stay close to the bathroom. This may cause a little confusion. Let's say a little confusion in your stomach. But that's what you need. If you've been eating crap, that's what you need. This right here is the apple zang. Ziggy zang, zang zang. Ziggy zang, zang zang. That's for you old school people. But this is the apple zang. Apple, cucumber, ginger, and mint. If y'all know what the Ziggy Zang, put that in the chat. If y'all know what that Ziggy Zang, zang zang. Ziggy Zang, zang. What movie is that from? Then, I know y'all know. Somebody's gonna know. Somebody's gonna know what movie that's from. Then, this is the gold of the gold. Surprisingly sweet. Who was that? Cuz I appreciate you, girl. Thank you, Cuz I. Who's gotten into the Know Your Rights Foundation and is killing it. Appreciate you, girl. So this is surprisingly sweet. This is the grapefruit, cantaloupe, and pear. This is the illest one for me. Right here, baby. B Street. Hey, somebody ate Cuz I. She got it. Cuz I got it. Straight up. B Street. Yeah, baby. Beat Street, the king of the beat. You see you walking that beat from across the street. Beat Street is the lesson too, because you can't let the streets beat you. Shout out. But this the kale metabolizer. This is my baby right here. This the one that helps me get, It's the celery kale. Celery, parsley, kale, apple, lime, ginger, and cayenne pepper. And then this the Sweetie Sweet right here, the Be Fearless. This is really good right here. This is the apple, pear, lemon, ginger, and cayenne pepper. I love the cayenne pepper, man. What can I say? Love me the cayenne pepper. But right now, this is the cleanse of all cleanses, right? This is what I told you I was on my cleanse for the next 2 months, y'all. This is what I got to suffer through. Timmy Tight Top makes good juices, but this right here, this is my own super Frankenstein concoction that only, I'll tell you what's in it. It's everything in here but the kitchen sink. We got collard greens, I got red kale, green kale, black kale, parsley, parsley's a good cleanser. I got beets, red beets, obviously. That's what make it look red. I got lemon, ginger, cucumber, celery. Am I missing something? Oh, red shard. I think I'm missing couple of more things. All of that is in here. You talking about, this is the next, I drink this for a whole month and then I taper off on the second month, but this is for the whole next month right here. I'm missing something. I got, ginger. I think I said ginger. Oh, carrots. I got carrots, apples, and I think that's about it. Goddamn. So that's me for the next month, y'all. So, like I said, we went to Comic-Con, which y'all see in the thumbnail. That's what we got at Comic-Con. This is one of the paintings I got at Comic-Con. This is samurai style. This is Boba Fett done samurai style. This painter or this artist, he does them in samurai style. This is off the chain. I got Yoda and Darth Vader, actually, and Iron Man, all in samurai style. This is off the chain. I wish I could show you, but I'd have to peel off the protective, and I ain't about to do that till I move into my spot, put all this up in my game room. But that's off the chain right there. All you nerds right there, y'all know what that means. So, and then the last thing, I want to give a shout out to the people from last week in the chat who was, when I talked about Pedro Pascal being the new Fantastic Four, Reed Richards. Man, y'all had some funny ass jokes when I said Pedro Pascal was gonna be Reed Richards, but there was two that stood above the crowd. Somebody's called it Wantastic Four. Hey, somebody said Wantastic Four. That was hilarious. And then the other person said he stretches like queso. If y'all know, Reed Richards is Plastic Man. So somebody called him because he Pedro Pascal. He stretches like queso. I fell out dying. I fell out, man. I was rolling. Well, y'all some funny people, man. Y'all some comedians, huh? Y'all some little hidden comedians. That was hilarious. Wantastic Four? Oh, man, that's hilarious. All right, y'all, let's get started. So, start off with Chicago, who's been, them immigrants is ripping Chicago a new one. But yeah, Wantastic Four is genius, see? Wantastic Four. That shit was hilarious. Wantastic Four had me rolling. He stretches like queso. Oh, nigga, I'm for damn. Let me just say, I love racial jokes. I don't give a shit who it's against. Niggas, white people, whatever. I love them. It's just comedy, goddammit. All right, so Chicago residents, they want a federal audit, finally, after they find out the company contracted to take care of the illegal immigrants, and I was telling y'all about how much money these cats was making. I told you one cat made $20,000 in a month, and then the dude under him, they made like 14,000. So that was a news company or news channel. They did a little mini FOIA request. But then after that came out, I think the residents went deeper and said, fuck this, we want a full audit of the company. And then they found out that the company that's supposed to be taking care of the illegal immigrants with all the money, the hundreds of millions of dollars that they're getting, it said that the company taking care of the illegal immigrants is paying nurses. They're paying nurses $64,000 a month. $64,000 a month. They had a news conference. This is on the news. The lady got up in front and she broke down all the numbers. She read off all the numbers on the camera. $64,000 a month. Security officers are being paid $24,000 a month. Home health care workers, this is, so, you know, and I guess they're contracted to do that too. Home health care workers were being paid $17,000 a month. Boy, telling you, boy, that is the scam of scams. 64,000, 24,000 for security. What the hell is security doing that they make $24,000 a month? What the? Holy shit. And healthcare nurses are being paid 17 grand? Oh man, they are full of shit. And then they said illegal immigrants bumped to the head of the line of the affordable housing list. And and if anybody know, you would know about Section 8. Especially if you live in California, but Section 8 allows you to get that affordable housing. You go to a little area where they charging maybe $2,800 a month. You get Section 8. Section 8, that's the government. Government come in, they pay about good $1,200, $1,400, $1,500. That, you be like, shit. My grandmother used to have Section 8. She lived for she lived in some big ass places, paid $600 a month for like 4 or 5 bedroom places. She was chilling. But so they jump to the head of the affordable housing list, the illegal immigrants. How the hell do you get to the head of the affordable housing list when there's been people waiting, the citizens who pay the taxes? They've been waiting this whole goddamn time. They think this is motherfucking Disneyland. Why the fuck would the immigrants not come over here? They get over here, they get all that shit, they get on the phone like, hey, nigga, you know what they giving out over here, nigga? The shit. You better get your bitch ass over here before they close this shit up, nigga. This shit ain't gonna be going on for too long, nigga. It can't be, nigga. This shit is crazy, nigga. Ain't no way in hell they can be giving this shit up for much longer. And then you see 50 million motherfuckers coming across over here, which is crazy. Every single damn day. Then they said illegal immigrants are giving up to $9,000 a month for housing assistance. Up to $9,000 a month for housing assistance. Holy shit. I'll tell you right now, if I'm Chicago, I am on one. Not only do they jump ahead of the housing line, the affordable housing line, they get $9,000 a goddamn month to establish themselves. That means they intend for them to take you over. That's the new. That's what that means. Fuck you, you the old nigga. Hey. Hey, fuck you. You the old nigga. Hey, we out with the old nigga. We got to keep the new dance around here, nigga. Ain't nobody motherfucking ain't nobody. What's the what's the dance? Ain't nobody tootsie rolling. No, what was the dance they was doing? What's that shit right there? Ain't nobody doing this no more. Ain't nobody, that shit is gone. We moved on to the new dance. You was this. Whatever that shit. You that. We on the new shit. The new shit is what? Juking or some shit? Or some dance they be doing. Juking or the Colonel Stomp. Whatever the new dance is. We on to that. That's what the illegal immigrants are. The illegal immigrants are the new dance. They give them money, assistance, everything, which then gets them established and rooted as citizens. Training. Yep. Oh, you said, no, not twerking. No, what was this? What's that when they used to do this with that shit where, when they used to do, and then this, whatever, and then they used to do that, whatever that bullshit was. When they used to whip and then do that bullshit. Somebody said, the nay-nay, thank you. The whipping the nay-nay, thank you. I couldn't remember that bullshit. That's the old shit. The nay-nay and the whipping and all that, that's the old shit. That's you. Niggas in Chicago. Actually, that's all y'all in all of these cities. Just to be clear, y'all the nay-nay and the whipping the nay-nay. And the illegal immigrants is getting all the assistance and the money, which is going to establish them as new citizens, as a new citizenry block, moving you out, but a new citizenry block who's going to learn the laws because they know where they come from, how fucked up the government is. So they know what it means to actually be participating in a somewhat working government. This government's still fucked up, but it appears to be working. So they're going to be involved, politically involved, like you're not. And they know that. They only value people there's consequences to not paying attention to them. There's no consequence of not paying attention to niggas. You don't make them do anything. You don't give them, you don't make them pay. So, illegal immigrants, $9,000 a month in housing. That's crazy. That's crazy. $9,000 a month. You could live in LA for that. You can live in LA for that. Housing, a nice crib, a nice little house or apartment in LA is about $3,000, $3,500. And you can take the rest of that. Boom, boom, boom. So that's crazy. They are setting them up for life over the people in Chicago. Then illegal immigrants, some illegal immigrants, they rejected the housing site that was set up for them. They rejected the housing site, that was set up for them. And they got kicked out of the Chicago Police Department. So basically they was like, Chicago is done. They like, all y'all need to get up. There was a lot of people just sleep on the floor in the Chicago Police Department. The lady was the chief of police. She a sister too. She just came in and she sounded like she was telling her kids to clean up the house. Y'all sisters know when you get home, your kid and get him fucked up and got all out. Get your ass up. Boy, if you don't get that, if you don't pick that up, and put that in your. That's how she went through the. That's how she went through the police station. She like, get up. Get up. I don't care. Get up. Y'all got to go. This is it. Up it. Y'all got to go. She kicked all them niggas out. But they didn't want to go to the facility that was set up for them. Because they got there. They got off. They said, oh, no, this is a concentration camp or whatever it was. And they said, well, get us back on the bus. So they jumped back on the bus and said, well, take us back. But then Chicago police was like, y'all get the fuck out of here, nigga. y'all are done. You got to get the hell out of here. So it's going bad. It's looking really bad. And then a bunch of did you see the bunch of Chinese people? Military-age men that showed up on the border seeking asylum. Like China is a third world country or something. It was a bunch of Chinese dudes. Like, where y'all coming from? Military-age men, Chinese men. What the fuck are y'all doing over here? That is obviously sleeper cells. Those are obviously sleeper cells. But no, they don't get questioned. Just let them right on in this motherfucker. Just let them right on in. Knowing China is trying to take America down from the inside. They know they can't attack it militarily, so they have to take America down from the inside. And you just let a bunch of Chinese people, they on TV all day talking about China. We gotta fight China, and all the China is the biggest threat, not China. But you sitting there constantly letting 50 million Chinese people into the border. It's fucking crazy. Nobody's saying nothing. Then it said other countries are sending soldiers here as illegal immigrants in the guise of asylum. So this was a news report. That's how we saw the Chinese people. So the people who did the news report, it was most of them were Chinese at this report. But then they saw a lot of other people. And they said they're sending them over here in the guise of asylum. So, but the senators, the Congress people, they like, nah, we need to do this. Senator Dick Durbin, he reviews the plan. He has a plan to bring immigrants. He said, look, all right, we're going to bring them over. Then we're going to put them in the military. That's what we're going to bring them over, put them in the military, not vet them. We're not going to vet them to see if they're sleeper cells. We're just going to put them in the military where they could just fuck up a whole lot of other shit once they get in there, which is usually the plan. But then the Illinois governor says we're going to use them as police officers, which I just told you before. So this is the plan. They said, but this is stuff they don't want to talk about in the open. The elephant in the room is the Caucasian population is dying off. That's one thing. Then people don't want to join these organizations like they used to, you know, these old organizations like they used to. They're starting to see, first of all, they're starting to see that they get a bad reputation, but they're starting to also see how messed up it is, right? And so the backlash. So police officers ain't joining police no more. Yo, how many people in here? It's 500 people in here. It's only 200, man. Boy, boy, take your damn shoes off in my dojo. Hit the like button, please. But they have to replace people. Caucasians aren't replacing themselves at a rate where it's going to be a thing. So they're going to be a minority soon. And they call it the Great Replacement Theory, which it was inevitable. Like, because Caucasians in the world, Caucasian people are a minority. Melanated people are the majority in the world. So if you're going to have an open society, eventually, you know, you call this big melting pot, eventually it was going to be, you know, it was going to be diluted to the point where Caucasian people, they weren't going to be the ruling class anymore. But we've come to that time. And they're trying to expedite it by just letting millions of people across the border right now. So, but the whole thing is that these people they let across the border, you know, changing the demographic in America, the ruling class demographic in America, or you know, the what is it? The majority, changing the majority population in America is not a bad thing, but it is bad if you're letting people in from other countries who don't have the same ideas and values as the Americans. They gonna come over here with their bullshit that fucked up their country and bring it here and fuck up the country. So that's why you have to vet people and they have to go on list and all that type of shit, because they have to make sure, like, nigga, you better come over, you better speak English. You better be able to tell me all the goddamn constitutional rights. You gotta break all that down, because you're not gonna come over here and bring your messed up ideology that got your country over there enslaved and bring that shit over here. We free over here and we gonna stay free. So you need to understand what freedom is before we let your ass run amok on the goddamn country. They not doing that now. They just letting motherfuckers in like, hey, everybody come on in here, nigga. They just letting everybody in this bitch. They don't give a shit. Did somebody say louder? Somebody say louder? Did somebody say louder? Could y'all not hear me? Hold on. Could y'all not hear me? Oh, okay. Thanks. All right. So the Chinese are coming to take over America. They're coming. And it don't look good. The last couple things. Your boy New York, excuse me, Mayor Eric Adams. This nigga's over. Eric Adams is through. This nigga's done. His political career is this is salam alaikum, my nigga. You better go into private security or some shit, because they about to kick him out. They taking the budget away from him. The comptroller is taking away his emergency, his emergency powers. They're taking away his emergency powers. Like, nigga, you can't call no more emergency powers. You can't do shit else. You can't. So they're not letting him distribute the money no more. They're saying basically his administration is siphoning like $64,000 for, you know, $64,000 a month for $64,000 a month for, you know, the $64,000 a month for $64,000 a month for, you know, the $64,000 a month for $64,000 a month for, you know, the $64,000 a month for 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 $64,000 a month what was it? Illegal immigrants, North nurses getting $64,000 a month, security $24,000 a month. So the Eric Adams, he doing the same thing in New York. Their administration is mishandling the money, and so Biden, he was like, "Look, you want to talk this shit? Nigga, you do better just to keep letting these immigrants in there and shut the fuck up. You know we got all the dirt on you, nigga. You better shut your ass up." And Eric Adams he like, nah, because he's getting it from all of the, he's getting it from all of the rich KHAZARs in New York that is fucking up their business. So he has to be like, yo, he got to choose a side. He got to be like, fuck Biden or fuck the KHAZAR, the business people, right? And obviously the KHAZAR business people in New York are going to win. So he's like, all right, I got to chastise Biden about these damn immigrants. Biden's like, you better shut your bitch ass up, nigga. And so he caught in a rough place and boom, he pissed Biden off. And now Biden started the whole destruction of his political career. Investigations into his campaign. Now investigation into his mismanaging the immigrant funds. I mean, they taking this nigga out. Oh yeah. The sexual allegations that just came out, but the allegation law, what was it? The statute of limitations was supposed to end out. He got charged with something from 1993. Like, they is taking this nigga out the game. They like, nigga, I told you to shut your bitch ass up. Told you to shut up now, nigga. Hey. Cancel. You seen New Jack City? You seen Nino Brown? Cancel. He took the bottle of champagne, put it over Eric Adams. Cancel that bitch. Hey, Biden got gangster with him. He got Nino Brown on Eric Adams. If you haven't seen that scene, go back and anybody who's seen New Jack City, you know what I'm talking about. They said he basically spent $1.7 billion on 142,000 illegal immigrants. He spent $1.7 billion on 142,000 people. What does that come out to, y'all? Can anybody do the math? What that come out to? And then put it in the chat. What is 142,000 divided by 1.7 billion? Because then you can average out how much money each one was getting. Minus the fees the city was charging for distributing or who else, if they were using non-government NGOs, which are non-governmental organizations, to help facilitate the thing. But you can work it out to roughly what it comes out to per person. And they said, no, you mismanaging that. And so they took the powers away from him. They said basically, so then New York, y'all about to become the first 15-minute city in America. In New York, they're about to start charging $15 to $36 to work in Manhattan. Psh. Deuces, Manhattan. I'll tell you that right motherfucking now. That's a day. That's per day. You have to pay $15 to $36. If you're a truck, it's $36 to go into Manhattan. So what about the regular people that just work in Manhattan? Janitors and doormen, garbage people who don't live in Manhattan. They got to come there from like Jersey or whatever. That's fucked up. $15 to $36? Hell nah. So I don't know how you let that slide. Like, see, this is what I'm saying. Why you have to be involved. if you were constantly actively involved, y'all would have heard about that. You could get up and speak up against it before they push all that shit through. They get all that stuff through because no one hears about it the whole 2 months, 3-4 months that it's being drawn up, pushed through, talked about, all that, because nobody's active in hearing it. Caucasian people are. Other immigrant groups, they're pretty active. Melanated people, we ain't that active. We starting to get active because you're starting to see all these illegal immigrants steal your shit. So now niggas is like, fuck this shit, nigga. Fuck this. So, but you got to get active because now you got to pay $15 to $36 per ride into Manhattan, which is absolutely insane. There's no way in hell I'm paying $36 to go to Manhattan. They want to force people. They said the other thing is they want to force people to ride the train. What did that work out to? Was it, somebody said $12,142,000 per person? Is that what it is? Damn. 12,142 per. Is that what it is? Okay. So each immigrant is getting 12 grand. So, what the fuck? Each immigrant get 12 grand? Hell yeah, I'm coming to America, nigga. I'm Eddie Murphy, nigga. I'm Eddie Murphy. What's his name? Prince Hakeem and Joffrey Joffer and and I'm all in. What was Arsenio Hall's character? Simi. I'm all them niggas. I'm Simi. I'm that nigga. She's your queen to be. I'm that nigga. I'm singing. I'm all of them. I'm coming to America. If you tell me I'm getting $12,000 and I'm broke as hell in the third world country, first off, do you know what 12,000 American dollars is in their country? What the fuck? You goddamn right. No, then oh, wait a minute. Reed James said it's $295,000, $744 per person. Which is it, y'all? Somebody said 12,000. If it's $295,000 a person, it can't be that. Reed James, are you sure? Are you sure? Because I said running to America. Hell yeah, I'm doing backflips to America, somersaults. I'm doing all kind of shit to America. I'm skipping to America. That's the skipping. I'm skipping, cartwheeling. Every which way I can come to America. If you giving me that kind of money, you goddamn right I'm coming. Then Florida Democrats, moving along. Florida Democrats, these bitch ass niggas, just to show you how messed up it is, how corrupt this shit is. The Florida Democrats, they scrapped the presidential primary. Basically, this to show you how they trying to steal it. They trying to steal. This is how fucked up this shit is. Reed James, you sure? 295,000? Basically 300,000. Damn. That's crazy if it's that. But so they basically, they're trying to keep Biden in office. They're trying to keep Biden in office, sorta, because they really want him out, but they don't want. They want to be able to pick the person who they put in his place. So the Democratic primary, where you're supposed to go at each other in the as a Democratic, or how you're supposed to go at each other as a political opponent. They're not allowing that. Basically, so the citizens, or the people, they can see which candidate is the best, choose which candidate they want to represent the Democratic Party, and they shutting that shit down. They're like, nope. Which basically means Biden steals the whole shit. He steals the whole primary. That's unconstitutional right there. They're literally disenfranchising the citizens, which is insane. You can't vote. They're taking away the people vote. And then why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? Because Biden says in an interview, I'm the only one who can beat Trump. That's what he said. I'm the only one. I'm the only one who can beat Trump, guys. Me. I did it before. Do it again. Because they stole it before. You 5-finger discounted it before. And you're going to 5-finger discount it again, Biden? Is that what you mean? So they're trying to jack it in every way they can. That's ridiculous. That's the first time that's ever they're not allowing a primary, meaning the people can't choose who they want. So then, you know why he's doing that? Because Hunter Biden just got charged with 9 indictments on tax evasion. 9 indictments. Woo! They about to get, so that's what I mean. It's a faction trying to get Biden out. Biden is trying to hang on. That nigga, y'all seen Mission Impossible where Tom Cruise was hanging on the side of the plane? The last one where this nigga was, that's Joe Biden. He Mission Impossible, nigga, dead man. That's Biden. That nigga is trying to hang on. Why? Because he wants to be able to pardon Hunter. The only reason this nigga is still president, because he could have been gone. He said that, this is what he said. I'm only running for president because I'm the only one, or because Trump is running. That's what he said. I'm running for president because Trump is running. But then he also said he was trying to hang on till Hunter's legal problems work themselves out. Meaning, either he gonna get convicted or acquitted. And if he gets convicted and I'm the president, I can pardon him and then get the fuck out and then hurry him get out. So that's why they stopping the primary over in Florida, and they don't want anybody else to run against. Well, that's why Biden doesn't want it. I think Biden is doing that. I think Biden is kind of working some shit on his own, and then because he wants to pardon Hunter. But all of this shit is corrupt. This shit is fucked up. He about to get out of there. They about to get his ass out of there one way or another. The fact that they charged Hunter with 9 indictments, meaning they want him out. That means they want Biden gone. Then they're going to, from those, they're going to say the payments, the payments, or some of the payments led back to Daddy Biden. So that nigga out of here. So moving along, you seen the new KHAZARIANs renewed the bombing campaign since last week. It was off last Saturday when we were talking. Now they renewed it a couple days after that. Then they took out 700 innocent people in 24 hours. 700 in 24 hours. Then they took out 1,000 by the weekend. Now, why is this important? This is important on many levels because innocent people are dying. If you don't care about innocent people dying, then you ain't connected to the universe. You need to care about that before it happened to you. But we're seeing a power structure change right now. You took out 1,000 people in the weekend. Anybody else who did that? Anybody else? Yo, Juris Bonds, I appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app, brother. Thank you. Anybody else who was taking out this many people, they would be instantly the devil. I mean, every country would be trying to blow them to pieces. I mean, every country would be hand in hand trying to take out the country who was taking out innocent babies by the thousands. Indiscriminately. Just don't care, calling them terrorists. Calling them shields and whatever else they call them. It's crazy, the shit that they doing. Did you know, this is kind of a little off one, but in Israel, if they take you as prisoner, if they take as Palestinian, if they take you in prison, they put you in prison in Israel, in New KHAZARIA, excuse me. They put you in prison in New KHAZARIA. If you die, like, so if they give you a sentence, say you get 40 years for whatever bullshit that they say you did, that you didn't do. If you get 40 years in jail, if you die in jail, they leave your body in jail till the end of your sentence. These niggas is cold as shit. That's some bullshit, man. If you die in jail over in New KHAZARIA and you got a 40-year sentence and you died and you had 20 more years on your sentence, they leave your body in jail for 20 more years. That's this dude he was talking to. You can find that, this Israeli dude, he was talking that on Kim Iverson a couple of days ago. He goes, look at the interview Kim Iverson gave with the Israeli dude with the glasses. And he's breaking down, he's in Palestine, Israel's apartheid specialist. He's been on this for years, 20 some odd years. He's been down there, he's watched the people. He has all the atrocities, bullcrap that the New KHAZARIans have committed. And that nigga broke that down. I was like, wow, they leave your body they leave you in jail? That's cold. Nigga, they let you know, nigga, you ain't escaping this, nigga. You are not escaping this ass whooping, nigga. Like, just in case they leave your body in jail, just in case your spirit is linked to your body. What if your spirit is linked to your body? You can't leave. They locking your spirit in the jail. They like, this nigga gonna be here for another 20 goddamn years. That's crazy. You know the rituals in case if your body's not at rest. This is all, that's not necessarily true, but in some places it might be true. Depending on how attached you were to this vessel. If you were really attached to this vessel, then you may still be lingering after you leave it. You still may be attached to it on the other plane and still here wondering what's happening in this plane. These are things that happen. Go look up, what is it? The Spiritual Plane? There's a book called The Spiritual Plane by, I think it's C.W. Ledbetter. But so your body is around. So movie that got this from that book was What Dreams May Come. Go look at that movie, What Dreams May Come. Breaks it beautifully down about the astral plane and how you watching the physical plane and all that. So what if the body in jail is connected to it, your spirit is connected to the body? They leave your ass in jail. This is to me what I think they're doing. They're on some spiritual, your spirit is connected to your body. And by keeping your body in jail, it keeps your spirit in prison. These niggas is foul shit. Woo, these niggas is foul shit. But they took out 1,000 people in the weekend. In a weekend. In a goddamn weekend. Innocent people. 1,000 of them. Fucking insane. They told them to go south. They told them to go to South Gaza. And that's where they started bombing. Yeah, go, yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. Right there. Yeah. Not over there. No. Yeah, but right there. Right there. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Go. And they fucking sent a fucking bomb. And they just started bombing them. They took out, when they were releasing the prisoners, when they had the prisoner exchange, just so y'all know, when Hamas was releasing the hostages, they released those hostages, right? And Israel was supposed to be releasing what they call prisoners, which were hostages also, because they had little children. What did a 13-year-old kid do? He ain't do shit. So they released them, right? Then they arrested more people than they released. So basically, like they got all their hostages back, right? They were supposedly released the Palestinians, right? But then they went and arrested more Palestinians and put them in jail, new Palestinians and put them in jail, than the ones they released during the hostage exchange. nigga, you talking about some foul shit. God damn. It's like, what the, what? They are on some straight bullshit. So, then Netanyahu, he says his goal is for Gaza, his goal for Gaza is to thin the population to a minimum. Just basically wipe niggas out. Thin the population to a minimum. Goddamn. Thin the population. Then the IDF, they said, no military in the world is as humane as us. No military in the world is as humane as us. This is how humane they are. When they were releasing the so-called prisoners in the hostage exchange, there were Palestinians who were waiting for the people to be released, and they were happy that the Palestinians were being released. These are like kids, like 14, 15-year-old kids. They started dancing because they were happy that that they was getting released, and the IDF shot them for celebrating. Now, I got to say allegedly, but this report was from that girl who's on the Hill, that sister who's on the Hill channel. She has her own channel called Bad Faith, and she did an hour interview with an Israeli lady who's in the conflict. She's over there, and she's for Palestine. It's an Israeli lady who's fighting for Palestine. She did a whole hour and something interview with her, breaking down all the bullshit that goes down over in Israel. I advise you go check it out. Her channel's called Bad Faith. She did the interview. Check out if you really want to know the fuck shit that they really doing. But she said that when they were celebrating, the children, the 15-year-old kids are celebrating the release of the hostages, the prisoners, the prisoners from the new Khazarian jails. They shot them and killed them for celebrating. This is some, boy. And they want to claim, they want to still go back to that October 7. October 7 was the worst. It started 9/11. And then that ain't enough. If we still trying to, if we don't give a fuck about that no more because of all the bullshit y'all been pulling, they'll always go back to, remember we were thrown in ovens, right? You remember that? You remember? You remember? My grandmama, not me personally. No, not me. Me? No. I don't fuck with that. I don't even have an oven in my house. I just do DoorDash, pay Postmates, maybe a little, Hello Fresh every now. I don't really fuck with ovens. But my grandmom, my great-grandmom, she did. They didn't have Postmates back when she lived. Where's her Postmates, huh? That's what they get. That's where they at with it. They'll go back. You remember? There was no Postmates in Germany. So, anything to get you on the side, right? Then they said, that's crazy. They were telling them to go south, and then they started bombing south. But then the lawmakers are considering giving aid to Arab countries if, this is American lawmakers, are considering giving aid to Arab countries if they allow refugees from the Palestinian refugees. If y'all take in the Palestinian, effectively helping New KHAZARIA ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip, if y'all help us help New KHAZARIA, break your little chips, my nigga. How much you need, cuz? How much you need? I see them old buildings in your little country, nigga. They falling down. You got these fucked up roads and shit, nigga. Y'all ain't got shit. I mean, how much you need? Huh? How much you need, brother? But, you see them Palestinians over there? They just need a place to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can chip you off a little something if you allow these Palestinians. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to go to Egypt? Huh? You want to go to Egypt? See, they want to go to Egypt. They moving them all out. That's their damn country. Well, in modern times, it's their country. Trying to move them all out. Then it said America already gives $1 billion to Iraq, Yemen, and Turkey. Excuse me, they give $1 billion already to Iraq and Yemen. They already getting a bill ticket. Then Turkey gets $150 million a year. So we're already giving money to the Arab country. What the fuck we giving money to the Arab countries for? $1 billion over here, $150 million over here, $3 billion over there. What the fuck? They act like they Santa Claus. They just be passing out money while all these niggas is broken, starving, and dying on the street. Veterans can't get shit. But we got billion over here for these niggas. Got 1.7 billion for legal immigrants over here. We got 451 billion for illegal immigrants. What the hell? This shit is some bullshit, man. And then, did you see Congress approved? I talked about the resolution last week. Congress approved it. They approved the resolution to equate anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism. And the squad voted in favor. The squad. The woke squad who've been protesting against this whole shit since they've been going on, been saying this new KHAZARIA is wrong for what they're doing, the ethnic cleansing. They've been loud as shit on the mic. AOC, Ilhan Omar, that nigga who pulled the fire alarm, I forgot his name. Jamal Bowman, I think. The nigga who pulled the fire alarm. All of them. Even Rashida Tlaib, who is Palestinian. Of Palestinian descent. She American of Palestinian descent, but she Palestinian. She voted abstain. She just basically voted no vote. She abstained from the vote. But Ilhan Omar, who is Muslim, voted in favor of calling anti-Zionism anti-Semitism. Wow. You trying to tell me that all of them are not gargling Khazarian balls? Are you trying to tell me they don't all have the habla givla ball gargle going? Habla givla, 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 habla givla. They're gargling. You know why? Because AIPAC, that American Israeli public affairs committee, which is really the Khazarian arm in America, they told them if they voted against it, they was going to try to get them, they was going to get them taken out. They was going to put all their money against them, which they did. So now the campaign, they putting hundreds of millions of dollars to get AOC, all the squad motherfuckers, the Khazarians are putting all their money into getting them taken out because they don't support the new Khazarian killing up babies. So they gonna get them all wiped out and get new people who gonna take the money. You like killing babies, don't you? Huh? You what? You don't like what, Nick boy? You better say it. That's what I thought. Here you go, brother. Dab a donation right here to your campaign. They are straight extortion. Blackmail, extortion, all that you want to call it. The fact to the point where they had a Muslim vote in favor of calling anti-Zionism anti-Semitism. That's crazy. That's how much they got that girl in her. They got her all locked up. Like, bitch, you better not say nothing. Ilhan Omar, you are whack. Even Rashida Tlaib, only one member voted against it. He had the balls to stand up and vote, said, nah, this is bullshit. Only one member. I think it was like 412 to 1. who voted. One abstained. 412 to 1 and one abstained, which is Rashida Tlaib. They all voted in favor. They all are in the KHAZARIan. They all in the KHAZARIan ball game. The ball juggle game. The ball massage, the ovary massage for the ladies in power in New KHAZARIA. They massaging the ovaries and the balls. All of them. It's a damn shame. Then there's a woman, KHAZARIan American congresswoman. She's trying to get the KHAZARIans classified as a marginalized. I can't even get it out. She trying to get the new KHAZARIans classified as a marginalized group. The new KHAZARIans marginalized? What the fuck? Ain't y'all the biggest people in business, finance, law, government, entertainment? On the low, all the organized crime too. Y'all wait a minute. Y'all marginalized when you run every goddamn thing. Excuse me, news, the media. I left that out. Y'all run all of that. But you marginalized. Like, wait a minute. Did I read that right? That's what hold on, let me see. Because she was trying to chastise all the Ivy League. They had the heads of the Ivy League schools, Penn State and Harvard and shit. And they tried to have them there. And they tried to get them to say that the phrase "from the river to the sea," or saying that was a genocidal term, right? They said, well, that's a genocidal term, and do you basically something about the students saying it, and do you agree with it being a genocidal term or anti-Semitic genocidal term and all this and that? And then they were trying to say, no, it's in what context did they say it? Like, she was trying to get them to condemn the student immediately for saying some shit like that. And they were like, no, it doesn't, you don't condemn them right off the bat. What context are they saying? Do they really believe that? Or are they trying to say that the KHAZARIan government is oppressing people? Like, all of it's nuanced. And she was trying to wipe away all the nuance, say, no, no. You can't say that. You can't say that against. And she said, I'm going to give you one more chance. She was chastising her like she was her mama. She said, I'm going to do what? What? Okay, I'm going to give you one more chance. I'm going to give you another chance right here. Did you just say, I'm going to give you another chance to say that the phrase she tried to get her too. Then is that right? And she held on strong. She was like, depends on the context. She said it a little slower that time. She didn't want to say it. She was like, yeah. She had to stick to her gun. She's like, it depends on the context. They are trying to mash out with the propaganda, y'all. It is insane. The propaganda push that the KHAZARIans are on. It's about to backfire, though, I'm about to tell you. Then in the New KHAZARIan newspaper, this is a newspaper from a New KHAZARIA called the Haaretz, H-A-A-R-E-T-Z. They debunked all the horror stories of October 7th. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Of October 7th, especially the babies, the 40 babies that that was supposedly, decapped. All of it was bullshit. They said only one baby got killed, and they say only because no baby should ever die, but one baby got taken out, and that was a baby who was with their father as the father was being attacked. So basically the baby was collateral damage. They weren't trying to kill babies. They went over there to try to get hostages so that they could release the other people, the Palestinians they had. That was the mission. That was the point of the mission, is to go get hostages so that they can take them back to Palestine and then trade them for the release of Palestinians that they had in jail, in prison for that long. So they said all of that stuff was bullshit. The grapes, the Palestinians graping people, cutting babies out of the womb, cutting the pregnant mom open up. All of that was, they said all of that was bullshit. All of it was bullshit. But the new KHAZARIans put it out, you hear it, or the main regular dumb motherfucker hears it and be like, oh my God, that's bullshit. They gotta go after them. They got to go kill them all. And then they put a recant, they retract it later, where you don't hear about the retraction. Like, oh, they didn't kill all them people? Wait, what happened? Wait a minute. Some of them people, a lot of them people were killed, were taken out by new KHAZARIan military? Wait a minute. You don't read none of that. All you read is they cut out babies, they cut out 40 babies. That's all you hear about. And your ass is in an uproar. So we see what this push was. They needed a 9/11 type event. New KHAZARIA did. They needed a 9/11 type event so that they can take that damn that part of that new land, that Gaza is a part of the new order, the new reset. They have to have that land. They have to have that gas, that oil, that gas, and the canal, because the canal takes away the power that the Arab states have over Israel. You understand? Israel, namely Egypt, but really Iran, because Iran is really the people who run Egypt, really behind the scenes. So being dependent on the Suez Canal makes New KHAZARIA dependent on Iran indirectly. So they like, we got to get away from this shit. This is their one big chance to break away from the, being under the nutsack of Iran. And they're going to take it. But in doing it, they are flipping history. And I'm sitting back and I was really upset. I was meditating. I'm like, universe, come on, man. All these babies being taken out and again, you can't have emotion to it because the universe is only about balance. The universe doesn't deal with emotion. It only deals about equilibrium, balancing things out. That's one hard thing. If you're emotional when you see that's why you got to be. That's why one of the first rules of spirituality is detachment, because this physical plane is not real. So you can't be attached to all this stuff, because anything that you see spiritually that's alive will go on and move on and remanifest at some point in time. So you can't get attached to all this stuff that's over here. So, but when you're looking at it, the universe has to balance itself out. So there's been an imbalance with the KHAZARIans ruling everything on the low for so long, right? They've been controlling everything with the hidden hand and in the dark rooms for hundreds of years. So now this is the universe rebalancing itself. They thought we were going to be able to do all of this stuff and then we control the media and be able to spin it in favor of us, no matter whatever we did. But it's not happening that way. Again, I was talking about this last week. The world is against them. So this is them literally in real time becoming the Nazis that they hated so much, that was supposedly committed all the atrocities against them in the past and all this type of shit. They're in real time being what they supposedly vilified for the last 100 damn years. They becoming that shit in real time, but not like back in the day when where they had, they can just control the airwaves and just put out whatever videos they wanted you to see. Now everybody's able to see their fuck shit. They can't hide anything, which is really why they want to gain control mostly of Gaza, so they can stop all the messaging coming out from over in Gaza. That's the main reason they really want to control the strip, because now we can stop all the fucking the flow of information coming out once we really fully got control over it. So this is some bullshit. It's some absolute bullshit what they're doing. But the universe in rebalancing, it has to make an omelet, you have to break some eggs. And I'm not trying to, marginalize the people over there by calling them eggs. But, in a metaphorical sense, if the universe is going to take all of that power that that the KHAZARIans have usurped over the years by doing all this dirt on the low while on the surface being these damn victims. If it's going to take that back, it's going to have to take it back in a way that it may look like it's fucked up in the beginning, but as it turns out, it's going to be good for the long run. They're going to lose their power behind this. This is the end of them. This is where the world sees who they are, and there's no more Voldemort. There's no more, none of that shit. No matter how many resolutions they try to sign, they get people to sign, all that shit, that power structure is falling. The governmental power structure is falling, so they're not going to be able to use that anymore. Brandon Terry, appreciate you. Thank you, brother. All of this is falling. There's a whole new power structure coming. They don't even see it. There's a whole new power structure that's emerging because people are tired of being controlled by that bullshit establishment. So in order, it has to fall. It's going to fall violently because it was violently kept up, propped up, and kept alive and created. So it's going to have to die violently. But in it dying, let's understand and peep the true essence of what it is. It's a flipping, it's a changing, it's a rebalancing in the good way for the universe. So it's fucked up. But then you see how they trying to take the NFL request. They made request for teams to kneel for new KHAZARIA. The NFL says, can y'all kneel for new KHAZARIA? Wait a minute, kneel for new KHAZARIA? I can't kneel for my damn people being taken out by the popo. Nigga, I can't kneel for that shit. But, hold on, wait a minute. I can kneel for new KHAZARIA, who's taking out thousands of people a day? I can kneel for them. Wait a minute, nigga, what? You see the control bullshit? This is so messed up. I can't kneel. Kaepernick can't kneel just to take a knee because his people is getting smashed up and snatched up by the popo in America where you're supposed to be free. But new KHAZARIA, who ain't got shit to do with America at all, they're committing all these goddamn atrocities and genocide on another country, on a helpless ass country, but we supposed to kneel for that and get behind them. Do you see how fucked up this shit is? This is an illusion and magic that they try to play, but it's dead. That magic is dead. That illusionary bullshit that they play, that's gone. Social media has changed the game for them. Nobody's falling for your bullshit no more. If any of them NFL players kneel for new KHAZARIA, y'all need to vilify, y'all need to smash them. Y'all see one melanated brother, any NFL people, fuck any one of them, no matter what race they are, but especially if they're a melanated motherfucker and you see them kneeling for new KHAZARIA, you better rip them a new asshole, people. I am not playing. You get on these motherfuckers. Like, how in the fuck do you kneel for a damn country that ain't got shit to do with you, but you couldn't kneel when Kaepernick was saying we don't want people brutalized by the popo? Straight up bullshit. All right, keep it moving. So there was a financial report that showed someone in the stock market bet against Israel days before the attack on October 7th and made billions off of the attack. Did y'all hear about that? Wait a minute. Whoa. Wait. Somebody says, you can bet countries have stocks, right? You can invest in countries. So the Israeli stock, somebody bet against Israel days before the attack on October 7th. Why would you just randomly bet against Israel? Israel was popping. They're doing great business around the world. There's no reason that you would bet against Israel taking a setback But they did it days before the goddamn October 7th. Now, they say, we don't know who it was. They can't trace the money. They can't trace the money. Any guesses, guys? Any guesses? No. Any guesses, though? I'm sure we can guess a whole lot. Israel is, or excuse me, New KHAZARIA is trying to say it was Hamas. Hamas bet against... Hamas over there playing the stock market, huh? Because they knew they was about to smash on you those days before that. So they bet against you and made billions of dollars. That's what New KHAZARIA said. We don't know who it was, but we think it was Hamas. Okay. Somebody cleaned the fuck up. Holy shit. And then I told you that they were, somebody knew a year in advance. They were warned a year in advance about the damn attack. Netanyahu and them. They were warned a year in advance. But didn't do anything because they thought the Palestinians couldn't pull it off. That's what they said. That's what Netanyahu said. Netanyahu bitch. He said, but we didn't think that they had the means, the capability of pulling it off. But you knew about it a year ahead of time. See, this is what we was talking about when we were saying, how the fuck were they able to practice paramotoring and the Mossad? You didn't know nothing. The smartest intelligence agency in the world. You didn't know nothing. Turns out they did know. They knew. They had the whole plan. They had the whole plan. They had the blueprint. They said, yeah, they was going to do this. And originally, it was supposed to be an attack in April. But then, for some reason, they said they pulled it back. So, if you knew that they were planning some type of attack like that, and down to the detail, they said that the plan that they did was the exact plan down to the detail. Everything that the New KHAZARIans knew beforehand was exactly what Hamas did in the plan. So, if you know they have this plan against you, if you know they had this plan against you, why the hell you ain't putting people on alert if you doing events, live or open events? The IDF is supposed to be on alert anyway, but why are you not on alert? Everybody on alert. And then it says after the attack, it took 9 hours, y'all. So the reports are going back and forth from 5 hours to 9 hours or whatever, but people who were there who were hiding in their closet said it took them like, they didn't get responses for 5 hours. Then some of the news reports said it was 9 hours before they did anything. Then some reports said they were saying it was 9 hours because the IDF didn't know who was who and they was busy killing each other. And they didn't want nobody to know. And also they was getting smashed on by Hamas and they didn't want nobody to know that either. So this shit is crazy, man. They knew a year in advance. A fucking year in advance. That's why Netanyahu is talking about kicking the accountability can down the road. Accountability? We'll wait till the end of the war and we can talk about who's responsible after that. We ain't got to talk about that right now. When I get up, when I kill everybody in Palestine, when I kill everybody over in Palestine, then we can talk about accountability. Only then. Accountability can. Down the road. Let's kick that right on down the road. This is some straight bullshit. So we see who they are at this point, and they're going to be shown in the world who they are. And they're not going to have the same power. It may take about a good 10, 15 years. It may be like that. But everything is sped up now. So it may be in about a good 5 years. Because these pictures and these videos are going to be reposted and reposted and reposted and replastered and reposted and replastered over and over and over again. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all can say what you want about Elon. He may have some fucked up shit he may do. again, I don't know about all that. What I do know is Twitter is the equalizer. It's the Neo in the system that they didn't expect. They didn't expect somebody with the type of power that Elon has to be able to take over the void that you know, that power of media. That basically was the public square is what they called it. Everyone who is a political anybody is on that. And so they're trying to destroy it by taking all the advertising away. But this nigga has so much money, he can keep funding it himself without the damn advertising. They didn't factor that in. Usually when you try to take over somebody and destroy their business, you destroy that business because that's the only business they got. And then once they lose that business, this nigga got 4 other businesses worth billions. You take that one, he got 4 other businesses that are worth billions of dollars. Each one are worth billions. So he can lose Twitter and be like, all right, well, that was a bad investment. So they didn't expect that shit. So all of these videos are being played back and forth on Twitter. And then the nigga is about to let Alex Jones back on. This nigga about to let Alex Jones back on Twitter, who is about to tell everything. Let's see how long. Let's see what goes down with this. This nigga let Alex Jones back on Twitter. Nigga, the shit is about to hit the fan. Because you know Alex Jones is going to be trying to tell everything. So, goddamn, man, this is about to be crazy. If he let Alex Jones, he did a poll and everybody voted like 80% or 70-something% said let him back on Twitter. And usually when he does a poll, he follows through with the poll. So Alex Jones is probably going to be back on Twitter in a minute, which is crazy. So moving along, did you see there was a sister who tried to burn down Martin Luther King's crib? The historical Martin Luther King house. Did y'all see it? A sister tried to burn down Martin Luther King's historical crib. The house where he was born, I think. Where he grew up. Now, 2 Caucasians stopped her from doing it. They saw her with the gas can tossing. She was just dousing shit with gas. And she was getting ready to light it. And they stopped her. That's how the story goes. That's how the story goes. Now, whole lot of theories behind what was going on. Whole lot of theories going on. Some people are trying to say that there are black supremacy groups who don't like Martin Luther King, what he was preaching. This is coming from the Caucasian right wing side. There's some black supremacists who don't agree with Martin Luther King. And so they're going to try, they any chance they get, they're at war with that community. And so they're trying to destroy what Martin Luther King created. Kick that out. Then they were saying that somebody may have paid her to do it. Some Caucasians paid her to do it. Probably the Caucasians who stopped her from burning it down so that they can seem like, oh, the Caucasians to the rescue and we saved. Yo, somebody better not be spamming up in here. Don't be spamming up in here. Yo, if my moderators, if you're in here, make sure nobody's spamming. So, they can come back and look like the saviors because they just happen to be 2 police officers so 2 police officers just walking by. They weren't police officers there, though. They were New York police officers. But 2 New York police officers just happened to be walking by. Happened to be walking by the house and see her dousing. See her out on the street just dousing, right? And they say, "Halt, young lady! What are you doing? This is Martin Luther King's house. You can't do that to Martin Luther King." That's what they want you to believe. They would see the Caucasian cops to the rescue. And boom. Now, did that happen? I don't know. There's another theory that somebody paid her to try to start a race war. Because if you don't see her and they burn down Martin Luther King's crib, who you think gonna do it? Who you think did it right off the bat? Who you think did it right off the bat? You are gonna immediately say some racist ass Caucasians, alt-right, what's the motherfuckers, the Klan, the KKK, all of them, whatever all them things is. You gonna say immediately that it was them that did it, and now we got melanated people against the Caucasians because you done burnt down Martin Luther King's house. Oh shit, boy, it's on and popping. Tell me it ain't on and popping. If you thought Caucasians burned down Martin Luther King's house. It's on site. Y'all know what that means. It would be on site for Caucasians if the narrative was played out that Caucasian alt-right or the Klan members or the skinheads or whoever it was burned down Martin Luther King's house. It's federally recognized as historical. That's a federal offense to actually burn down his house. It's federally recognized as historical land. So you gonna get, boy. Now, the girl who did it, you look through her social media, and she has Free Malachi Z. York posted on her social media. Now, y'all know if y'all in here, if y'all some Moors, y'all some old Moors, y'all know who Malachi Z. York is. He wrote a bunch of books, broke down a lot of stuff, did a whole lot of fuck shit on the side, and now he's in jail. A lot of his information in his books say it was plagiarized, but it was a lot of good information. If it's not for Dr. York, all the 90s hip hop was because of Dr. York, or at least 85% of the conscious hip hop in the 90s was because of Malachi Z. York. Talking about Erykah Badu and them, you talking about what's them niggas from Atlanta? Outkast, Poor Righteous Teachers, all these cats. They were all Brand Nubian. All these cats was Malachi Z. York followers. Or at least read his books. Right? So that's where you get all the consciousness in the 90s shit. They used to go out to, like, in Eatonton, he would have this thing, he would have like a retreat or some shit every year in Eatonton, and he would invite a lot of these rappers and stuff out there to perform. So they was all in it. And also he was from New York. So that's where he actually started the movement, in New York. And that's where his books got big. And then he moved out to Georgia when he bought all the land and created like this Kemet of the West out in Georgia. So she had on her thing, Free Malachi Z. York. Now, Malachi Z. York did some shit. Allegedly. We don't look. Let me tell you. Allegedly he in jail for some fuck shit. But I don't know. I ain't even about to step into that. But why is a Malachi Z. York follower trying to burn down Martin Luther King's crib? We need to be asking that question. What in the hell is a Malachi Z. York follower? Now, that's what I'm saying. Did somebody pay her to start a race war? Because she young. She not like, because to be like Malachi Z. York followers, to me, he was big back in the 90s. And so, for me, if you're like one of his followers, because he been in jail a long time, like at least, 15 years? 20 years? Close to 20 years? So, if you're a follower of his, you had to be kind of, to me, older. But she a young girl. So, who put her up to it? I don't know. It just seemed kind of shady to me. That's all. And then, real quick, I want to talk about, there's something called the new masculinity. Moving along. We're moving right along. Just had to say that was kind of weird you know, and they're trying to start a race war. So I think they're trying to start a race war. So don't get caught up in it. Now, it could be that the Caucasian police officers were trying to look like they saved Martin Luther. It's one of the two. Let me just say that. It could be one of the two. Either the Caucasians, they were rolling by, they initiated it, because it's weird. Two New York police officers were walking by the crib as somebody was trying to burn it down. That's just a little bit too of a coincidence for me. However, it could happen. And then, but I think somebody probably paid her to start a race war. So, but moving along, it's something called the new masculinity. I want to talk about that real quick. So, new masculinity, it said, so it's the new masculinity versus the old masculinity. They were talking about this on, what was it, MSNBC? I think it was MSNBC. Was it? Or CNN, one of the two. It was MSNBC or CNN. And they were talking about, you know, how masculinity needs to be redefined, and, you know, and, you know, there's a such thing as toxic masculinity. But then they were also trying to say that they were trying to say to the point that masculinity is getting shadowed because people are saying that just regular aggression, you know, men are aggressive, and just regular aggression out of men is being labeled as toxic masculinity. And that's a way also for women who are feminists, the feminist women, not all women, but the feminist women who want to be men. It's a way for them to take power. Every time a man speaks up against a woman, they call it toxic masculinity. So then they say, well, there's the new masculinity. Men need to be like this, because they were really it came into the fact where they say, when young people don't understand what masculinity is anymore, because it's been so convoluted with the feminist movement that everything that you do as a man, nature, you know, naturally, all feelings that we have naturally is toxic. Just the natural shit that we do is labeled as toxic. So men, little boys and kids, they don't feel like they can do anything no more. So they're saying they're receding into their home lives, playing video games, watching porn or whatever. And this is the result of it. And so we need to be able to bring back masculinity to men, and not make them feel ashamed to be masculine, because masculinity is natural. It's a natural thing to be attracted to a woman. It's a natural thing, and especially in man world. And again, we're different. Men and women, we're different. And so when they say toxic masculinity, there's a certain level of masculinity that a man has to have in the world because of other men. And only men understand this. When you walk into a room, most men, not all men do this, but I would say at least about 7 to 8 out of 10 men, when they walk into a room, they look at it down and say, who can I take first? Because that's survival. This is how men get down. Lisa Michelin, appreciate you. Thank you. This is how men get down. Because it's ultimately, you have two natures, the conscious level, and then you have the animal nature. And the animal nature is still there. That's the lion, the alpha, of the pack. Don't fuck around. Don't come around here. Don't fuck with my shit. Don't touch nothing. Don't come over here messing with my woman. That's my woman. Don't do it. That's still real. Naturally in men. And so you have to have a level of masculinity in you to be able to deal with another fool coming at you crazy. Women don't have to deal with that. But men know when other dudes be talking crazy. and it's either you are the bitch or you're going to stand up for yourself. And so right now they're making all the little young cats, they turn them into bitches. Straight up. Cats that don't know how to speak confidently for themselves, because it doesn't have to bring you to physicality, being masculine, but you definitely need to have confidence and be measured and know who you are and not let people cross your line. Know what your line is. Don't be a pushover. Have some stable ground. Stand up for some things. Have some principles about some things. Have some discipline. All of these things help build the world. Just so we understand, yes, men built the world, but the women nurtured the men who built the world. So they go hand in hand. Yes, men built the world. Absolutely, that's a fact. Everything, planes and bridges and cars and all the rest of that shit. They had all the science first. I mean, the physicals were logical. So we put together all the science as a, as a map. That's what men do. Women, they're the community people. They keep family and everything together. They're the nurturers of the men, of the boys who become men that make the world. If a motherfucking nigga is crazy, if he don't got no good home life and crazy, most likely he ain't gonna go out into the world and build shit. He gonna go out to the world and try to kill people, try to steal, try to do all kind of shit. So women nurture the boys who become men that build the world. So again, that's hand in hand. They go hand in hand. But the masculinity is being pulled back, and they're saying that the femininity is more important than the masculinity, because of this perceived men running the world for the longest time. No, men ran what they were supposed to run. Women run what they were supposed to run. That's how this shit works. And so they're talking about the new masculinity coming out. So they said, and so, was Generation X, so a lot of the masculinity that we was coming from, especially a lot of in hip hop, because the 9th Generation X, we were raised by blaxploitation movies. Everybody know blaxploitation movies, the Mac, Superfly, what's my man, Rudy Ray Moore, damn, nigga, I can't remember, Dolomite, goddamn. So Dolomite, all these damn blaxploitation movies where, the men were hyper masculine in these movies. Were they good role models for masculinity? Probably not. Some of it, yes. Some of it, most of it, probably not. But, this is where you get the bitches in the song, in the rap songs and the hoes and all this and that, because they were coming from that teaching. Again, Superfly, the Mac, especially the Mac. The Mac is throughout most hip hop. It's an underlying theme of most hip hop throughout the 90s. Julian the Mac. So this is where we were coming up from. So did it need to be refined? Did the masculinity need to be refined from those times? Absolutely. But what they've done though is they've wiped it out. They have literally wiped out masculinity to where everybody's wearing long ass braids and skinny jeans and shorts all the way up their thigh. No nigga needs to see your thigh, niggas. Why y'all wearing short ass shorts all the way up? Nobody want to see your thighs. That's for women. Nobody need to see that shit. But again, so they flipped it. So they've told us that we were so damn masculine over here that we had to go all the way back to the other side, on the other end, and on some hyper feminine shit. But that's kind of what they call in the new masculinity, is masculinity blended with some femininity. Fuck no. Yes, do you need to have balance? Yes, absolutely. Do you need to be receptive as well as expressive? Yes. All of these things, yes. But you talking about the feminine, talking about for women, that's what women are for. I want to go to a woman for my femininity. I don't need it. I want to go with a woman for my femininity. That's who I want to go to. That's who the universe made feminine, to nurture, to heal and caress and love. That's what I want. I don't need to do all this. I got a whole lot of other shit to do. I got to fight off niggas. I got to kill animals. I got to build shit. I got to discipline the kids when they get out of bounds. I got to do all this shit. I don't need to be the feminine too, goddammit. Yo, what was that? Quintessential. Thank you, brother. Says craziest to me is niggas showing their draws. Yep. They've been doing that though, with the sagging. Not knowing that comes from jail, letting other niggas in jail know that you on the fruity side of the game. And they've made that an average part of life, everyday life. See how that just trickles on in? And then they're doing it in skinny. It was worse. It was bad enough when they were sagging in baggy jeans. Now they sagging in skinny jeans. They just tell you this is bullshit. So again, the new masculinity is trying to be pushed, and we need the old masculinity. We don't need all of it. It does need to be refined. It needs to be upgraded to understand that a lot of that stuff that we were on, you know, the degrading or the meaning of the feminine energy, which is the energy that brought you here, which helped you to be who you are. And if you had the mom like that, and most of us, we know about our mamas, it helped us get there. So to demonize it and to villainize it or to degrade it, and we were doing wrong. But again, we were coming from the Mac. Hey, bitch, you got my money, bitch? Huh? Tell you the Mac, Ray Julian. The Mac, you seen Mac Julian? He's like, hey, baby. He's like, I'm gonna take you to the top if you're not afraid. The Mac Julian was on. Hey, I'm telling you, the Mac, that raised a bunch of us. I know for me, in the 90s, I watched the Mac like 100 times. So, but we had to get away from that. Had to get away from the Mac. So let's moving along in rainbow news. And real quick, because there was a lot of stuff that we used to be able to say in the 90s that we can't say nowadays. I'm like, God damn. Like, God damn. Like, like the word, like the term, like hyper masculine, we use the term gay all the time in the hood. We use the term that's gay. Now, do we mean that that's homosexual? No. That ain't what we mean. Again, as melanated people, we flip terms all the time. So when we said that's gay, that just means that's some bullshit, that's some fuck shit, you know. It ain't hardcore, just all of that. That's what we mean by the term. We don't mean that you want to go and do some old homosexual shit. We ain't even thinking about that. We mean that's some bullshit. But we can't even say that anymore. Because they'll take that and be like, he's anti-LGBT, he's homophobic and blah, blah. So I miss a lot of the things we used to be able to do. Let me tell you, I was watching this dude who was watching the GOP debate, and he was getting mad at the GOP debate, at the people who were running the debate, and he got him. He said, "Man, that's gay." He said, "Boy, that's bullshit." He cut himself. He was a brother, obviously. He cut himself off. He said, "Man, that's gay. That's bullshit." Because we know in the hood what that means to us. It means something completely different if you ain't from the hood. So that was just funny to me. But old masculinity with some refinement. Moving along, rainbow news. California retailers will be charged $250 to $500 for not having a gender-neutral toys aisle and not having gender-neutral toys. Gavin Newsom's new law goes into effect January 1st. Now, most toy stores have gender-neutral toys already. There was no reason for this law, only the virtue signal that he's an ally of the woke community, of the Decepticon, Rainbow Mafia community. So, but if you don't have it, you can get charged up to $500 for not having it. Gavin Newsom virtue signaling, I'm a white knight for your community. I jump on the horse and I'll ride for you and I'll pull out my sword. My sword is for you guys. Whenever you need it, just all you have to do is just come and ask me. I will rip it out for you. My sword. Oh, my sword. My sword. Not that sword. I know, no. This sword, the real sword, guys. Come on. They be like, "Nigga, you gonna give us your sword, Gavin? You want to give us your sword?" Gavin like, my sword? Like, nigga, you said sword, Gavin. We call sword something different around here, Gavin. So apparently Gavin wants to be the white knight and give up his sword for the alphabet soup community. And we know what he mean by sword. Then in Colorado, a father, shout out to this father. God damn it. This father is suing the school for refusing to fly the straight pride flag next to the gay pride flag. That's what's up. I told you, you gotta start getting litigious, start suing them. That's where they be like, oh, nigga, money? Hey, you coming after the money? Wait a minute, can we talk about it? So I didn't even know it was a straight pride flag, but start getting that shit and promoting it. It's the symbols, the two symbols, the male and the female symbol, intertwined, because we ain't nothing without each other, intertwined on a flag, on a black and white flag. Just with black and white stripes. Because I guess it's being opposite of the rainbow flag. So they're saying, no, nigga, it's only two. It's only two colors. So they wouldn't fly it. They wouldn't fly the flag. Like, wait a minute. You only promoting one thing? You can't, wait a minute. If you're going to promote one thing, you got to promote everybody. Or nothing. So they took it down and left up the rainbow flag. And that nigga sued. And the constitutional professor said he probably going to win. Because it's freedom of speech. Because also they take money from the government. They give government funding, which means you definitely can't you can't discriminate. If you're getting government funding, you absolutely can't do that. Even if you were private, you would have to it's discrimination. If you fly one flag and you don't fly another flag without a specific reason of why you can't fly that other person's flag, that's discrimination. You get sued out of hell for that, which is what's happening right now. So shout out to that Colorado father. Everybody needs to start doing this. Wherever you see them flying that damn rainbow shit, get the damn straight pride flag and say, boom, plant it right next to it. And let that start getting some damn promotion. Because I didn't even know it was one. I'm going to have to get me one of them. Damn sure I had to get me one of them. Promoting the straight pride flag. All right, nigga, you want to promote your shit? Great. Nigga, I'm going to promote mine too. You know why? Because my way is how your bitch ass got here. Let's see which way wins. That's what they're trying to do. Shut down the voices. Everybody in that damn community came from a straight person. Or at least straight at some point in time in their life. Straight enough to get them here. So, shout out to that pop once again. Colorado is full of shit. Then they brought out a woke constitutional lawyer was trying to say that he probably didn't have a lawsuit or whatever because they're a private company or whatever. Like, girl, you don't really know the law at all. Because then they brought in the law professor after they talked to her, and the law professor, old, probably like in his 60s, he was like, no, they're going to win. They're probably most likely going to win. And he brought up other cases that were similar to that, where they won. So if that happens, you're gonna start to see more and more movements like that in America, which needs to happen. Wherever you see that rainbow shit, fly one of the straight pride flag. Then Decepticon activists in Minnesota want prosecutors to treat the killing of a Decepticon as a hate crime. They're trying to get the killing of Decepticons, labeled as a hate crime. So, and this is why. Because a 25-year-old shot a 38-year-old in Minnesota because so they were outside of what's like some type of homeless place or shelter place or something like that. So the 25-year-old was outside. No, he was outside on some bus stop outside of some like shelter place or whatever. So he was at the bus stop. Then the Decepticon came and walked by and asked the 25-year-old if he wanted sex. So then took him over to the park across the street, started, giving him the scully, whatever. So then, as he was getting done up, the dude was like, hey, you a dude. This motherfucker was like, oh, hell no. This motherfucker pulled out his gun and said, bow. Now, is that a hate crime? How is that a hate crime? The hate crime is what the other motherfucker did to the dude by making him think that was a real woman. So, but they calling that a hate crime. And then there was some other, another Decepticon who got beat up in a robbery. But they determined that the getting beat up had nothing to do with you being a Decepticon. They would just beat up anybody who they were trying to rob. They were just trying to rob your ass, and they just beat you up. But they want to have those, because those two things happen to the Decepticons, they trying to get that classified as hate crimes now. This shit happen to regular people every goddamn day. The first one was that person's own goddamn fault. That was that damn person's fault. You went up, you knew what the fuck you was doing. You knew you was hiding that shit. And when you go upon doing that type of shit to a fucking man who really a man, and he was like, oh, motherfucker, that nigga lose his mind. That nigga lost his goddamn mind. I understand, nigga, you lose your goddamn mind. You want to kill everybody in the whole goddamn city. Nigga. So, just saying, allegedly. Allegedly. But to say that nigga, that was a hate crime, wasn't no damn hate crime. This nigga lost his goddamn mind for a second when he found out what that was. So, don't condone it. But I kind of understand. Just saying. Just saying. I kind of don't condone killing up, but hey, I kind of understand what went through his mind when he said kablack. He pulled the blammy. But moving along, in Science and the Weird, the scientists have created something called microscopic robots called ANTHROBOTS. And they're made from human cells that repair neurons, opening the door to future Alzheimer's treatments. This is what they said. So these ANTHROBOTs can be made, this is from the article, these ANTHROBOTs can be made from a person's own cells. In new experiments, the microscopic bots repair damaged nerve tissue. Right? So, microscopic robots that's made from your cells. What could go wrong, guys? I don't see anything going wrong. Do you? Perfectly safe to me. It looks perfectly safe to me. Completely safe. Now, what they say is they can make the nanobots, these robots, out of your own cells because your body won't reject them. Any foreign object, genetic object that's detected in your body fights it off or rejects it. So now they're going to make nanobots out of your cells, they started making them out of lung cells because they said they had so many lung cells from all the tests from the COVID-19 that was going around. They had so many cells. They got an endless supply of lung cells. So now they're creating robots or nanobots out of your cells. Now they said, ultimately, let me see. They said these ANTHROBOTs were made from human lung cells and coaxed into a new shape that can crawl around and repair damaged tissue. Because remember, your cells have a certain program. Depending each cell, like your nail cells, it can be the whole body. Your nail cell has the information in it to be whatever cell it needs to be in the whole body, but it's only programmed to be a nail cell. So is your eye cell, everything. Every cell in your body, excuse me, has the universe within that cell, but it's only programmed, meaning your universe, meaning your body, within that cell, but it's only programmed to do one thing. It's literally like you. You have the universe within your body, but you only are programmed right now to be who you are right now. Why is that? but you have the information to be any and everything within the universe. That's the universal law. That's the science. As above, so below. So if a cell is like that, that means you are like that as well. But so they want to create these cells in your body because your body will accept them better. Basically a Trojan horse. That's what I say. I say Trojan horse. They trying to Trojan horse some bullshit with your own cells. trying to cover it, trying to put a mask, put one of them Mission Impossible masks on your cells. Your cell come in with that mask, it look just like any other cell. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, baby. Oh, come on in, baby. We have a party going on up in there. What's happening, baby? And that cell get in there and be like, do the Tom Cruise. Nigga, what? And just destroy the whole cell party, whatever that is. in your liver, your pancreas, and your spleen, whatever that party going on. That damn Trojan horse cell, robot cell. Not saying that it is. That just came to my mind. That's how I think. And then they said in new experiments, the microbots repaired damaged nerve tissue. So that could be a good thing if you're paralyzed or you eye damaged. Yeah, like me, but they say I have optical nerve damage in my eye. Right, which is why it's hard for me to see. This eye, optical nerve damage, actually in both eyes. So it was saying that it would be able to go in and repair my eyes. Well, I ain't doing that. I'll let 500 million people get it first, and then I'll see what's happening. So moving along, last thing, couple things. California, they just found the new deposit of lithium. How are they finding all this damn lithium now, everybody? They found some. I told you about the lithium they found in Vegas. They found some in South Carolina. They found some in another place too. I forgot the other place. But now, California Lake. They found the biggest deposit. Each one they find is always the biggest deposit. But now they found the biggest deposit. Oh yeah, Arkansas. That was the other place, Arkansas. Says Rainbow News, Science and the Weird. What's up? Thank you, Roger Rose. Appreciate you, brother. So, under California Lake, they have $540 billion worth of lithium. That's the low estimate. $540 billion of lithium sitting under the California Lake. Holy shit. Now, I told y'all, man, what's that other place in Arkansas? Magnolia. Magnolia, Arkansas. So that was the first place they said that was the biggest. Then they found it in Vegas. They said, damn, that's the biggest. Now, California Lake has the biggest. So they call it the white gold rush because everything is going to be built on lithium batteries in the future. You ain't going to get away from it. They're going to keep going with that technology, which they shouldn't, but they're going to keep going with it. So let me turn this damn fan off. It's kind of cold. So how can you get some of that money? I told y'all you got to start thinking of alternative industries when you see this stuff popping up. Buying land so that, or houses or housing over there. So people who are going to work, to excavate the lithium, they're going to need places to live. They're going to need places to eat, places to have recreation, places to buy shit. These are the industries that you want to get in. When you see a boom of an industry like that, then you get into the surrounding industries that fuel and fund those industries. That's how you make money. That's how you make money. So Warren Buffett, so 3 companies are going to excavate it. Warren Buffett is one of the companies. Ain't that a bitch? Warren Buffett. Rich get richer, even though his partner kicked the bucket a couple weeks ago, or last week. So I don't know. Warren, how much longer you got to keep raping the Aboriginals of America? because that should belong to the Aboriginals. That lithium, all the lithium they find in Arizona. I mean, Nevada. No, not Arizona. Nevada, California, Carolina, Arkansas. All of that lithium deposits belong to the Aboriginals. This is the new gold rush. That would make all them Aboriginals rich as hell. Or anybody who owned that land would make you rich as hell for the next phase that's coming into the future. But nope, they ain't gonna let your ass have it. Or you can still try to find land surrounding those areas. I would try to find little land surrounding those areas. That's California Lake. So try to find, if you can, try to find something around those areas. I'm trying to just drop some shit off to y'all, man, so y'all know what's going on in the future. These industries always bypass us. We're the last to hear this information and jump on shit like this and be investors and masters of industry and shit like that. So now you know the lithium game is going to be the new game in the future. Get in it. Figure out a way to work your way into that shit somehow. Damn. Figure that shit out. And last thing I got, did you see the Alabama man, 24-year-old cat, who got tased on the car hood by the little woman, the little Caucasian woman, who looked like she was enjoying it, like she was a dominatrix? And as she was tasing him, she was smiling. Tell me y'all saw that video. So how it goes is, this is Alabama. My man was on his way to his aunt's house. His tire blew. He got close to the house, called his aunt, told his brother and them to come bring his tools or whatever so he can change the car. He can change the tire. He out on the ground, changing the tire. Damn woman, cop, rolls up, sees him on the ground, asking for his ID. He's like, I don't need to give you, so why do I gotta give you my ID? I'm just changing my tire, right? He told him to change your tire. So now she gets mad that she don't want to give the ID. So he gets up, he's talking to her. So now he goes to reach in the car for his phone to record. She tased him. when he grabbed his phone to turn it on to record, she tased him. And so she tased him, he fell on the ground, right? So that was the first time she tased him. So then, where it started recording, his brother pulled out his phone and started recording. I don't think she knew that. So then she picked him up off the ground and she slammed him on the hood or whatever. And so this is what she said. She said, so she slammed him on the hood and she, basically as she tased him, she said, your bitch ass ain't so tough now. This is what she tells. So this dude is tall, big old black dude, and this little small ass white woman. Caucasian lady, knowing she getting a kick out of this shit, knowing that she's getting a full kick out of what she's doing right now. She's smiling about it. You want me to tase you again? Now she did what she called dry tasing them. So regular tase, when they shoot the taser at you and it goes the long distance. Dry tasing is when they, excuse me, dry tasing is when they put it on your body and just tase you. You can just release the volts. So she had it in the middle of his back while he was slammed on the hood. So what happened was, as she was patting him down, he told her, he said, I ain't got nothing. Because she thought he was carrying drugs or whatever. So he said, I ain't got nothing but my gun. And as she pulled out the gun, she said, oh boy, like that. And because she thought you got a gun. I know you a drug dealer or you a gangster or some shit like that. He was illegal. He had a permit for the gun. He was legally able to carry it. But she pulls it out and goes, oh boy. And she puts it on the hood like that. And he just turned his head. As he's laid with his hands on his back, his head is like this on the ground. He turns to her and goes, what you saying oh boy for? He's like, I told you I had a gun. When he says, what you going old boy for, that's when she grabbed it. That's when she grabbed the taser. And that nigga, he was crying. I mean, she tased him up and held it on him. I mean, to where that man was crying. He started just bawling. And now this video is out there for all these people to see. She got this big brother screaming, crying. And that's when she said, your bitch ass ain't so tough now, as she's tasing him. Then he was arrested He was arrested for trafficking fentanyl. This is what so they didn't tell him what he was getting arrested for, right? Took him down to the precinct. They didn't even tell him what he was getting arrested for. Now, they found out that the nigga legal, so they got to make up something. So now they said he was getting arrested for trafficking fentanyl. This brother, this little young 24-year-old cat, no disrespect to him, but he don't look like he got the wherewithal to be trafficking fentanyl. Just saying. I listen to my man. I don't think he got the, he got the acumen to be trafficking fentanyl. But so they had to charge him with something right off the bat, right? So then they said, then he gave him, so basically what happened was, as she was dry tasing him, she found the firearm and she was tasing him. She said, this is quote, "Do you want it again?" And so he's crying, screaming, "No, ma'am." Now, I hate when you give words of respect. You speak to them with that type of respect, ma'am and sir, when they're abusing your rights. They literally beating the shit out of you and you calling them sir and ma'am. They don't deserve that bullshit. Don't call them that. But he's screaming, "No, ma'am." I guess he was raised respectful because in the interview on the news, he was calling the reporter ma'am too. So I guess he was raised to call women, older women, ma'am. So he's screaming that, and then she said, "You want it again?" And he says, "You were big and bad. Now shut your bitch ass up." This is what she told him as she tasing him. "You were big and bad. Now shut your bitch ass up." As she's screaming, tasing the nigga. What? So then after she got him in the police car with the cameras off, there weren't no cameras in the car. She said, "Your bitch ass ain't so tough now, and we're going to have fun watching this video over again." This is what she told him. "We're going to have fun playing this video." Told him, "Your bitch ass ain't so tough now." Now, Alabama, Caucasian lady, I mean, paler than this. That girl was paler than this right here. You think she ain't getting off? She ain't rubbing the little sailor in the boat at home when she dream about tasing that big black dude? You think she ain't rubbing him out? You goddamn right she is. She done got off from that shit. This is what this man. She done tased a big black mandingo. Made him bow down and bitch up and cry on the hood of the car. Scream, "Please stop, please, no, don't do." I mean, all of it. And then she gonna play it again for all the goddamn racist ass cops in the precinct. That bitch need her ass beat. I usually say don't ever put your hand on a woman. There's exceptions. This is one of those. This is one of those right there. She need her ass beat. Go look at that video and see how she was acting. Now, what do you do when you don't want to give up your ID? You know you ain't doing nothing. I told you, police stop law lesson. What do you do? When they come up, you know you haven't done anything wrong, and they say, "Give me your ID." And you haven't done anything wrong. You know, and now you're going back and forth, and you challenging the officer on, do you have to give up your ID because you haven't done anything? Well, if they keep telling you do, call the supervisor. Tell them to call the supervisor. Because if you didn't do anything, then the police, once the supervisor get there, they're going to have to tell the supervisor what it is you did and why you have to give up your ID. Telling you, you have to understand the procedure. Call the supervisor. If the supervisor gets there and they want to still proceed with the bullshit and violating your constitutional rights, what do you do then? What do you do, guys? When you call for help and the help is helping the police officer, make sure first of all, you always got to have your camera out. One thing, always be recording, goddamn, you understand? Whenever police officer comes within your line of sight, you pull out your camera and you start recording. You should all have body cams too. But so what happens when they're not cooperating? You ask to be taken to see a magistrate. See, they're not going to think you know all of this stuff. So if they want to consistently keep asking you for your ID, then you say, well, all right, arrest me and take me to see a magistrate. What is a magistrate? Like a judge, on-call judge. So they're going to, once you get to the magistrate, they're going to have to now explain what it is you did. What it is you did to the magistrate. They can't hold it back from the magistrate. If they don't want to tell you what it is you did and why you have to give up your ID or your driver's license, then let's go see the magistrate. Because now at the courthouse, you got to tell him. And usually what will happen is after you both explain your case to the magistrate is either going to say, the police officer is full of shit and doesn't have a case and dismiss it immediately, which happens a lot of the time. Or they're going to say there was something there and you have 5 days. Well, this is what California does. You have a certain amount of time to prepare your case, prepare a case. So you don't have to you don't have to go to jail and get fingerprinted and all that shit right then. You get a chance to prepare your case. See, what happens is, though, on arrest, they think they can take you down and book you. However, if you say, take me to see a magistrate, you don't get booked. You get taken to the court and put in front of the judge. And then the judge, excuse me, they have to explain all of that stuff to the judge. And then the judge makes a decision on who's right and whether you have to come back or not. They don't think you know this type of stuff. A lot of them don't even know it, honestly, because most people don't even ask for to go see the magistrate. Honestly. So these are the things that you should know that get you through the system, that help you out. So that you don't have to be sitting there arguing with a goddamn police officer on why they violating your rights and what you don't have to do and all this and that. If you disagree with the goddamn police officer and they want to keep pushing their line, and you say, okay, give me a supervisor. Supervisor come there, supervisor want to keep pushing their line, you say, all right, well, arrest me, take me to see the magistrate. And then the magistrate will handle that. If whatever it is you did was wrong, because you can take all the video that you're recording, you can give it to the magistrate. Because if they're trying to say you did something and you pulled your camera out and you were recording that whole time, when you go to see the magistrate, you can submit that. Say, look, magistrate, this is what happened. Telling you, there are remedies for y'all, but you don't know unless you get your ass into the Know Your Rights Foundation. Or you start learning the law. You don't got to get necessarily into the Know Your Rights Foundation to know the law, but it would behoove you because you would learn it really fast and be able to get back out there. Boom. Go get your stuff. Know Your Rights Manual. Teach you everything that you need to know to battle these people out here trying to violate your rights. Public official bonds. The way to get that money. Get back at them. I just showed the Virginia bond in police stop law class on Sunday. Everybody saw it with their own eyes, where it says that the bond is payable to the person the police officer injures. Everybody who was in police class saw it. The Virginia bond law. There's a whole bunch of laws like that, but I just pulled that one up just to show you because Virginia's bond law is so blatant. It just says if the police officers violate your rights, they act unconstitutional, whoever they injure, the bond, that person can make a claim on the bond. Boom. Just tell you how to do it right here. Then make sure boom, like I said, the constitutional rights card. You give them that, and then you give them the qualified immunity card. You give them the qualified immunity card, and then you give them the qualified immunity card and notice together, and you say, I don't answer questions. I'm telling y'all, this is the new movement. We're going to be a law army, and more people are starting to come. So Know Your Rights Foundation Academy, if you want to sign up to know the law. But if you go to the Great Book of Melanin Research, like I said, you will get that whole package. Plus, for the weekend, only for the weekend, all 5 decks of flashcards right here. All 5. So at 12:01, who was that? Mike Trenton. Thank you, brother. Just quick off the topic, but Weed Juice, Baby I'm a Star, is the truth. I'm trying to tell you. He said, Mike Trenton, you better listen to it. Mike Trenton says, Weed Juice, Baby I'm a Star is the real deal. You better get over there and get that weed juice. Timmy Tight Top, OUIjuice.com, 5 off juice. But If you want all 5 decks, this is the complete police stop law package right here. I'm not doing the crack scene cards, but you do get you do get the flash cards, all 5 decks of flash cards. This right here is worth about $150 right here, just the flash card by themselves. All right, so with everything, with the whole package, you're getting about $350 free. So just saying, if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research right here, the hard copy, you get about $350 worth of free police stop law package stuff. But if you want to just order any of the individual packages and stuff like that, any individual stuff, go to kyrf.org. Again, kyrf.org. That's knowyourrightsfoundation.org. And order any of the things, help support, get this movement moving and going and the way it's supposed to go. It's already moving and going, but we just trying to help it grow, make it grow, so that we want to encompass everybody. We want to take over the whole goddamn country, all the communities, and then at once unleash them on the government. So with this law army. So make sure y'all get over there and you be a part of this. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for my moderators. Thank for everybody who's been hitting me with the cash apps and the super chats. I appreciate y'all. I am hungry as hell. And again, anybody who wants to learn the law for free, Know Your Rights Foundation Academy is accepting. Get over there, sign up, and let us teach you the law. That's it for me. I'm out of here. I'm gonna holler at you later. Deuces.